Hello, everyone. We have come back to the challenge field yet again. Directly in front of me, all of the players still competing in this game are lined up. I lost track of that sentence about halfway through. Please bear with me. Right next to me is our host for this challenge, Declan. And we are going to go ahead and find out exactly what these tribes will be doing in their third immunity challenge. This will be a back-to-back challenge, so we will first see our vets do this challenge. Vets will step up to the challenge field first, followed by the rookies as soon as they are over. So you will get to see all the action, hopefully in this one stream, and it will be fabulous and exciting. All right, Declan, let's go ahead and find out what we're doing.
Our third immunity challenge of the day starts with 3 players balancing balls on a platform that they have to get across to the other side of the challenge.
And as soon as I turn the camera around, our lovely viewers will get to see what you are talking about. Here we go. All right.
Our third immunity challenge of the day starts with 3 members of each tribe transporting balls on a platform that they have to balance and get from one side of the arena to the other side of the arena. Once all 3 players have finished, 2 will be transporting 1 ball. The last one will be transporting 2 balls. The 4th member of the tribe will have to use this pull cue to knock 3 of those balls up into the holes on this table. Then the final tribe member will complete a puzzle on top of the table. First tribe to finish the puzzle wins immunity.
Wow, that was a lot of numbers being thrown around, a lot of moving parts. I know the players already understand what's happening, even if I personally do not, because they already had all of their questions answered and are ready to get started.
Grindel and Seguin. Grindel and Seguin getting your first look at the new Nedic and Quadi tribes. Alicia and Meg voted out at the last tribal councils. Grindel, I'll take immunity back.
All right, and here to hand us back our war tribal idol was Meg M for Grindel. And Maya has the Tides tribal council idol.
Okay.
Whatever.
Vince, you'll be up first. Who's doing what? Remember, these roles are locked in. Whatever you pick to do, whatever part of the challenge, they are not pushing out. Who is going to be transporting the balls? Ty, Bennett, and okay, great. Who's doing the 2 balls? Ale and Bennett. Great. All right, so let's get the people transporting balls up first.
All right, and with that, we are getting set and ready to kick off our third tribal challenge.
I literally know your name.
Moseying on over to the challenge field. So as you can see, several parts to this challenge, much like most of the challenges we've had today.
Katie and Jorge, Louie and Zoe doing the puzzle.
All right. All right. And setting up here at the very first portion of this challenge are Meg M, Cam, and Ale for Grindel, and Ty, Maya, and Bennett for Nedic.
And just remember, guys, start touching or like right next to the post. Put the ball on. Have your hand behind the line when you're transporting it. When you get to this side, you do have to physically touch the post for it to count. Okie dokie. Sorry. Okay. Survivor's ready. Go.
All right, and as we can see, Ty demonstrating
quick work of this,
what
if you
this
can just
challenge
get
is
it.
supposed to be.
Confidence, Meg, you got this. Confidence, Meg, you got this.
It hit. It counts. Go, go, go. It was just barely as the ball was falling.
All right, and Ty has successfully transported
Maya
his ball across the course.
Confidence, Meg, you got this.
You can use both hands on behind the line on the thing.
Ooh.
Maya has to go back.
All right, Maya got a little fumbly with her board at the very last moment. Now resetting. Meg M resetting as well at the beginning of this challenge area. Maya trying to go super fast.
You have to touch the plank with the thing, not with your hand. The
All right, and Meg M, just before.
Am I doing it again?
She gets it done. No.
Go back, Meg.
All right, Maya going super.
You just barely made it. Yep.
All right. Fast. I was like, I don't know.
Meg is now got lots of control.
Bennett, here we go.
Bennett now transporting
close.
2 balls on the
You got it.
same
Cam's
plane.
next.
Slow
Bennett
and
got
steady gets it. Meg M gets it too, and Cam now set it to go ahead. Meanwhile, Katie for Nedick now lining up these balls with this pool cue. She will have to get all 3 of these
Katie's
balls
starting to knock balls on
to
the spot.
settle into these holes.
To make contact with the post. Alex, good to go.
All right. Cam looks like he
starting
has
to knock
made
balls
his ball through.
Tyler, 2 balls.
And Allen now transporting 2 balls on this platform.
All right, restart.
Yes, Ali, you got this. Confidence.
Some cheering
Katie
from
lands the
his
first ball.
tribe. Katie now lining up a pool cue, taking another shot.
Ollie drops.
Looks like she already has one.
That's it.
Doing a hitting up and then hitting quickly again. Now Ale resetting with both of these balls on this platform, trying to make sure he has them super solid before taking off. Having to reset again.
I can't seem to find it.
You got this. You got this, babe.
Yeah, we're good.
Katie still only has 1 ball. Ollie can
All
definitely
right,
catch
let's
up
check
here.
back in with Katie, who
Nice.
just got her 2nd ball, now aiming her 3rd.
You got this. Breathe,
Her
babe.
tribe very quiet around her as she is focusing in on this shot.
Working on her 3rd ball.
Someone give me the other ball that's on the ground.
Restart.
Stable.
That was
So
close.
close finding her 3rd ball, but not quite.
All right. Viewers, can we just get a check that you can still see what's going on? If you're tuning in via Facebook.
Drops again.
Thanks for the support, guys.
Start leaning on that, and then just
All right.
stabilize yourself.
All right. No dice on this
And then
3rd one so
both hands,
far.
yeah. And do your thing.
Jorge giving some tips to Ale, who has 2 balls that he has to transport across this challenge field. This is a tough one.
Both tribes stuck for a few minutes. That's different portions of the challenge.
Ale continuing to try
Ale's
and get
not
these
giving up.
balls set. Looks very determined, resetting.
Can't seem to find a way to start it off. Katie has not landed that 3rd ball yet. So
All right.
close.
Oh, so close with Ale.
Ale finding the touch. Katie lands the 3rd ball.
All right.
Louis starting on
And
the
now
puzzle.
Nedick moving on down to the puzzle portion of this challenge. Louis will have to put together this puzzle to potentially win it for his tribe.
You know, I've like played pool a couple times in my life. Are you my pool time for that, Brandon?
Ooh, yeah,
Deep in concentration, trying to play around with some piece placement.
Nice and slow, nice and slow. You are the flame that you are generating.
Some fire-themed encouragement from his fellow
We are
tribe
still
mates.
doing the audio.
It's an audio-visual experience.
You're doing fine.
You got this, Ale.
If you were flat, where would you be?
Do you want cheers or silence?
Either is fine.
Nedick checking in with Louis to see what he requires. Hype
They're very
or
spelled.
silence. Louis indifferent to that.
Louis got 2 pieces in the puzzle.
He thinks.
He thinks.
Very honest answer. We love that. Okay, you got this.
Ale not giving up on this very difficult portion of the challenge.
Just try one to just go for it.
Lifting high.
Yeah, let's see.
Louis methodically working his way through this puzzle.
Ollie had a great start to that attempt.
And players are locked into their positions. They cannot switch like last time where someone could tap out if they wanted to.
You got this. You got this, babe.
You got this, Louie. You're doing great.
For those just tuning in, we are facing off in our third Tribal Immunity Challenge of the day. The vets are competing right now. The rookies will follow right after them. They are in the distance, if you can see them, looking onto this challenge, trying to glean if maybe there's something that they can do differently or the same.
No, I don't think that's right.
No.
Managing the momentum of these balls on the platform is tough. Once the balls start moving, they don't want to stop.
Yep, you got
This
it.
could be the one.
You got it.
You got it.
Ali
Do that
making
again.
it much
Do that
farther
again. Do
down
that
that in the
Ollie's attempt
sunshine,
looked great. He was slowly moving. Then as soon as he
while
stopped, the
his
ball did not.
tribe looks on from the shade. Let's check back in with Louis on some potential puzzle progress.
Louis was doing fine.
Louis is doing fine, self-reported.
Louis needs that piece.
You got it.
Louis is now talking to himself in third person, always an excellent sign.
Louis gets another piece.
Louis had 4 pieces.
Looks like Louis searching for a particular piece here. Not quite sure what he's looking for, but he might be.
Yes, he is.
Ollie shaking out his hand as he goes for another attempt.
Switch your hands if you want. What? Switch your hands if you want.
I use both
You got this, Louie.
and I can higher off the rope. So like, yeah, the rope doesn't even exist.
Players that had to do this same portion of the challenge on Grindel shouting out some tips on what worked for them, hoping perhaps that will help Ale.
Louis very slowly, methodically taking his time on the puzzle.
Keep going.
Crushing it.
And absolutely slaying it.
Ollie can't seem to get it more than a few feet down the path. Sitting back.
And giving major side-eye at that comment. All right. So over here we have the Nedic Green Tribe. Louis on the puzzle, and watching over his shoulder are Katie, Bennett, Maya, and Chai. They are hoping for this win, but they can do nothing but
Ollie knows that
look
the puzzle
on while Louis does this
equalizer.
puzzle.
and any challenge can be made up on the puzzle.
Facing off against Nedic, we have the Blue Grindel Tribe. Ale trying to get these 2 balls to get across this thing using what looks to me like one of those pizza things that you cook pizza in an oven on.
Now,
And looking on are his fellow Grindel members, Meg M, Zoe, Cam, and someone I don't see. Oh, Jorge, right there.
up.
Louis quietly concentrating over here.
Quiet. That's the vibe of this challenge here. Quiet vibes. We had a good nap before this, viewers. I think it's
Those
really
benches over
caused
there.
our serene style right now.
Katie saying Nedick had nap time, and that's led to them zenning out. They're channeling their inner library patron as they look on with Louis.
Louis does not look pressed. Louis with 6 pieces on the board.
Louis never looks pressed.
Nice.
All right, we'll get you a little bit closer so you guys can see what the puzzle is starting to look like.
Our life.
Can you rub them on the dirt?
Get them a little dirty.
Rub some dirt in there.
The Grindel tribe saying maybe rubbing them in the dirt will encourage them or maybe punish them for not cooperating. Not sure.
Ale about to cross the halfway mark for the
That's good. That's good.
That's
great.
That was looking good. That
Great
creeping
job by Ale.
sideways crab
Perhaps
vibe
found new strategy.
appeared to be working best for Ale.
Louis got 7 pieces now.
Ale not giving up, continuing to try again. Like the little engine that could.
Easy.
When Nedick was on this part of the challenge, Bennett basically flung the 2 balls across the path in one single attempt and made it.
We have confirmation from Nedick that was indeed the case. Let's check back in with Louis' puzzle progress.
Slowly coming along. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Keeping a consistent
For what it's
momentum,
worth so far,
whether
none
it's
of the
slow
ones
or
we've placed
fast, is
touch
the
one of the
key
same color.
to solving
I was thinking that.
this challenge. If your momentum changes throughout, those balls will immediately fall off.
Yeah, that might screw some things up.
Does this look like
All right. One thing is for sure, Sagan and Quaddy are in the wings taking note of this challenge. They are looking on over there, blowing kisses to the stream. They are so ready for their close-up, it seems like. We will see them in a few moments competing in this challenge. Ale makes it so far across this challenge course. Has now thrown dirt on the platform as well as the 2 balls.
No.
All I get the
So
furthest he's gotten
close.
So far.
Ale potentially has a system down.
Yes, he does.
And wow, what a view on our location. Check out those mountains in the distance, as well as the clouds. And there we have it. Ale gets across, does not give up, takes a bow. And now Jorge is set and ready to hit these pool shots.
Jorge is on knocking the balls. Louis makes another piece.
Zoe is
Louis knows
fielding
how
the
to play the ball.
balls for Jorge, and Jorge has his first one in the hole, looking for 2 more.
Jorge
That
almost
was
went
up and
second.
around, almost
Jorge
got in the
is
hole, but
Furiously
not
trying to get
quite.
his tribe to the puzzle. Louis lands another piece. Louis has got 7 pieces left.
Jorge taking lots and lots of shots. So
Yep,
far,
take a deep
1
breath.
of 3 have connected. Has lined up 2 more. They all seem to be going towards that middle where he already has a ball placed, doing him no good.
Keep going, keep going.
Over on the Nedic side, you can now see that the Nedic players have changed sides of the table, potentially blocking this puzzle with their bodies from the Grindel tribe. Sounds like they might be a little concerned that they could be caught up to.
Yeah, keep going.
Jorge is locked in, trying to land these balls. Louis got 6 pieces
Yes.
left.
And
on
a
the board.
second one for
lands the second ball.
Jorge. 1 hole left, 2 balls to shoot at it.
Jorge lands this ball. His tribe is officially on the puzzle. Can I catch up to Louis? Louis has lost one of the pieces that was on the puzzle. Now it's back to 7 on the board. I don't know how that happens on a jigsaw puzzle. Jorge is so close to landing the 3rd ball. Just in and out.
So close.
In and out again for Jorge.
All right, Zoe now getting all these pieces out, trying her hand at this
He
puzzle.
has done so at a quite relaxed pace. Zoe is not feeling very relaxed.
Check
I
in
guess
with
that
Louis,
is not
see
either
where the
anymore.
progress is, and then we'll head on back to Grindel.
Louis has been floating with 7 pieces on the board. Next to the pieces, but not on the puzzle.
Zoe flipping, turning,
Louis connects the 3rd piece.
bopping pieces
Can't seem to figure out where to put it. though.
around, trying to get something going here. Hopes to catch up to and pass the Nedic tribe, who had quite a head start in this challenge. But as we know, puzzles can often be the difference in a challenge.
Yeah, I'm just.
Louis lands a big piece.
You got a bed.
Zoe hoping to get 2 pieces
Louis got 4
connected
more left.
together.
You got it.
Zoe doing her best, trying to connect some pieces and get on the board.
Good, breathe in.
Louis hunched over this puzzle in deep concentration.
This looks not right.
Keep going. Try to-
I'm sorry if you all see when I don't.
You cannot help.
Good job, good job.
Louis got 3 pieces left.
You got this.
Let's go. Lock in.
Louis with 2 pieces left.
I'm just holding them. There's 3.
Louis faking us out and actually has 3 pieces. This feels like Uno when people hide how many cards they have left to trick you into saying it.
Zoe connecting and unconnecting pieces.
All right, let's
She may try
check
to
back
force
in with
pieces to the wrong
Zoe.
Spot, and now it's stuck.
Come on.
Zoe trying to make something happen here with this
Louis with
puzzle.
1 piece. Louis with
Check, check, check.
Nedic wins.
Woo!
Grundle back to.
Slow and steady. Everyone gets one. Everyone gets one.
Let's go.
All right, hugs all around for the Nedic tribe as they celebrate their win.
I'm sorry,
They
if you
will
see
not
that,
be
saw
returning
that,
to
like,
tribal
way
council
past
where
it.
they
It's okay.
just came from last
you were-
round.
Perfect.
You did great.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Congratulations, Medic.
And here comes the immunity idol.
Louie, you get it.
Oh yeah, Louis.
Louie,
Louis going up to collect that idol.
And you will also need to nominate one of your players to go on the journey after this challenge is finished. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. Rookies.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
And away Nedic goes victorious off of the challenge field. Grindel heading off as well, and we'll be heading to Tribal Council a little later. But now we have the rookies stepping up to this challenge. All right. Here we have the Quaddy tribe consisting of Dan, Kevin R, Dylan, Drew, and Molly. Facing off against Sagan in the yellow across the way here. I will make my way on over to give you their close-ups. And we have MC, Maya, Jessica, Brad, and Kevin H. They are gearing up to start this challenge very shortly.
You can hold two hands, but there's a line.
Just getting some
both hands have to be
last-minute
behind the line.
clarification questions
Not a lot of
in.
space.
Wanting to make sure they understand the challenge.
Rookies, you can roll the balls around the dirt. You cannot pile dirt on top of the.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
We've got Kevin, Jess, and Brad for Seguin, balancing balls. MC knocking them up the thing, and Maya solving the puzzle. We have Dylan, Molly, and Drew balancing balls for Quaddy. Dan will be knocking them up the platform, and Kevin will be solving the puzzle.
All right, and we're just waiting for our spotters to come on into this challenge so that we can begin.
When it starts, it has to be physically touching the pole. To be close to it, we're not going to be crazy about it. But to finish, you do have to touch the pole before the ball falls off the platform. Okay.
Not with your hand.
With the paddle.
All right, just clarifying
Okay.
everything for the players, and
Production ready? Julio. Yep. All right, let's do it. Survivors ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
high drama at that ready mark. All right, and here we are with Kevin H for Sagan and Dylan for Quaddy across this course. Dylan hurrying.
Kevin's going the fast route too. Kevin makes it.
Nice job. Yeah, that's what's up.
Kevin H goes across the field and hands that platform off to Jessica, who is gearing up with one ball.
Dylan with the second
Dylan
attempt,
now has
looking good.
reset and moving across
So
quite
close.
quickly.
Just
And
barely
oh,
does not make it.
has to go back so short.
Just starting. Both players finding the touch. Just makes it.
Just running
Brad.
across wobbly the whole time, but it doesn't matter because that ball
Dylan.
stays
So
on the
close. He make it?
platform.
He does.
Brad
Molly
now
up.
stepping up with 2 balls this time.
Brad going two
For
balls, making quick work of
Sagan.
it. Is he going to make it all the way there? Oh no, he dropped his balls. So Brad has to start back.
So close, but no cigar. Brad has to reset. Meanwhile, Molly is across the way
Molly.
for Quaddy. Going super
Slow and
slow and
steady.
steady here.
You got it. But she's got the control until she doesn't. You figured it
All
out
right, drops it.
though. Brad again moving. Loses the ball.
Both players losing the ball right at the start and having to reset. The ball drop for Brad and he grabs it, resetting it again. Molly staring that ball down, willing it to stay on the platform.
Yeah. Both players making it over. Brad drops before he makes it. Molly.
Molly wiggling,
Molly
wiggling,
makes
and
it.
hits it.
Drew is moving through,
And runs
bounce
back
balls.
to Drew, who will now
tribes are
be
neck and neck in the
balancing
same
both
spot.
balls on this. So now we are almost neck and neck. Both
Brad-
players are competing,
makes it.
and Brad hits it.
MC is now
Looks
knocking
like
balls up the
Sagan now
platform.
moving along to the
Drew now
pool
has to catch
portion
up,
of this
find the touch,
challenge.
but Brad has to
They will
about
have
it. Figure it out.
to knock these balls into these 3
You can't have
holes.
your hand that far off the pole. Drew, stop. You have to go back. Your both hands have to be behind the line.
That's good. That's really good.
MC taking their time lining up that shot. No dice though. Maya crouched down underneath and is acting as a ball fielder. Drew over here on the challenge gets over halfway before the balls drop. She's going to head to
She's off the
reset.
touch. Can she complete it? MC knocking balls has
Going
landed
fast,
one
fast,
so
fast,
far.
fast,
No,
and-
it fell before he touched.
Fell an inch before the platform hit. So close. I'm sure she can do it again.
MC still knocking balls. She's landed one so far.
MC almost breaking that pool cue in half with that last one.
In and out.
But has one of the three balls. A frustrating in and out hit for them.
In and out again.
Yet again. Kind of reminding me of my putt-putt days. That was the
Drew.
classic
Very able to.
up and around
Yeah.
looked over. And
Dan is
Drew
now knocking balls
gets
off the
it.
platform.
So now Dan will be trying
MC lands second
to
ball.
get these balls in.
MC so close to landing that third ball. Dan on the board. In and out.
All right, Dan aiming, hoping to get on the board. MC has two going for their third.
Oh.
Just misses. Dan lands the first one though. Okay. Ooh. This is a good spot where you guys can see both. Dan gets a hop in and out so close. MC's still aiming for that third, hoping to get it so that the puzzle can get going.
Touching the back of the platform. Okay.
Dan so close with that most recent shot, not quite getting it. And MC gets it, so now Maya is on this puzzle. She will be the only one allowed to do this puzzle. They cannot trade out, and she cannot have help from her fellow tribe mates. So this is down to her solving the puzzle. Dan not giving up, still taking these pool shots with Kevin R. fielding. So close. We got an in and out.
That was right though. Dan's so close every time.
And Maya has all the pieces laid out ahead of her. Just kind of taking them all in.
Maya taking a moment to analyze pieces in front of her.
Dan lines up the shot.
Appears to have placed her first piece.
Everyone loves hitting that middle hole. It does them no good after the first time. Dan growling with frustration.
Dan lands the
And
second ball.
gets his second one. Now aiming for the third and last one. So close. Some movement on the puzzle from Maya, placing a few pieces. Or maybe not. Or maybe so.
So close.
Dan getting close yet again to that final one. Dan growls again in frustration. Last time he did it, he immediately got the point. This time, doesn't look like that's the outcome. Getting so close. Kevin now realizing maybe his fielding strategy was not quite where it needed to be, but he has changed sides on the board.
Dan narrowly missing every time. Maya taking her time. Getting the lay of the land. Trying to get a second piece on there. In and out again for Dan.
Dylan, Molly, and Drew watching on as Dan does this challenge with Kevin assisting. Molly over here placing a few pieces, perhaps. Big gasp at that in and out.
Dan's found a consistent rhythm now. Yeah. And he gets closer and closer every time, but he has not sunk the third ball yet.
I was just about to say the consistency is very soothing, like sound-wise, and then we got that big gasp from everyone.
Maya's still early in the puzzle. If Dan can sink a ball, the tribes will suddenly be very much neck and neck.
So close. Loving these reactions.
Dan
Yes!
gets the third ball.
And
Kevin moves on to the
gets it,
puzzle.
and now Kevin R. is
Pressure is
dumping
on
out all
Maya
these
now in a way it
puzzle
was not before.
pieces because he has a shot. All right. Kevin taking a look at some pieces, holding one in his hand.
Maya appears to be working from the base up, whereas Kevin appears to be trying to fit any pieces together, regardless of where they go in the base. We'll see which one works out.
Both players twinning.
Both players now, it appears to be systematically trying every single piece with holding one piece and then trying every other piece next to it until they can find a connection. Maya's got one piece placed on her base. Otherwise, we are tied. Kevin managed to find what appears to be a connected piece. Quaddy now standing in the way, so Maya can't look at Kevin's puzzle.
She wasn't. It's fine.
All right. Maya with one piece connected to the base there. Let's check back in with Kevin R. and see what he has cooking. Looks like off to the side, he has two pieces
Kevin's got another
interlocking
connected pieces, but
and
not on the
a
base.
couple in his hand as well that are interlocked.
We're not allowed to help.
Kevin clutching this little group of pieces, now placing it back down on the board.
Both these tribes have seen Tribal Council. They do not want to go back. Kevin's got a couple pieces together, but not connected to the base.
Yes.
Maya appears to be working based on colors of pieces, seeing if that leads her anywhere.
Kevin R. connected another piece, and credits to
Maya
luck
finds a connection.
more than anything else. Let's head back on over to Maya and catch up and see how she's doing with this puzzle.
Kevin's got some pieces on the board.
Declan with a
Not a fifth
glitch.
Kevin almost with a fifth or sixth piece rather. Kevin has 8 pieces connected to the base. Maya's got another piece connected to that disconnected group. Sorry.
Ruth. Is that you?
Kevin with another connection.
Kevin are talking himself through this puzzle.
As any sane man does.
Maya staying cool, keeping her tribe in it. Kevin with another connection. Kevin with another piece.
Verse.
All right, let's take
Oh.
a look at the
Kevin with another
potential
piece.
progress so far. Kevin are doing a little happy dance. Let's head on back over to Maya. Maya appears to have a grouping of pieces together, trying to determine where they might fit.
If Kevin can land this block
Her
of
fellow
pieces.
Sagan Tri members are
Okay.
only able to look on.
5 pieces in front
We
of
have
her,
Brad,
conglomerate of other pieces.
MC, Jessica, and Kevin H.
Maya
with
another
Maya
connection.
on the puzzle.
Keep going. You got it.
Over on the
Kevin's got
quaddie side of
Only a
things,
couple pieces left on the board.
we have
Kevin
Dan,
finds another.
Dylan, Drew, and Molly
Kevin's got
looking
3
on as
pieces
Kevin
left.
R tries to solve this puzzle.
Kevin with this 2 pieces left. 1 piece left. Kevin.
Yo,
yes!
Yes!
Oh boy.
And quaddie comes from behind to seal their win. Did not give up and stayed in it.
Whatever it takes.
All right, and host Declan now awarding quaddie the tribal immunity idol.
Tribal council this round. Segween, you will be going to tribal council this round. Okay, thanks for watching this challenge. We'll be back in a short while with our veterans tribal council right first, followed by our booking tribal council.
Yes,
Do we pick
you
somebody
heard
else?
it here first.
Who wants to
All
do that?
right, so I'm gonna just back away from the challenge field. So, as with every challenge today, there will be a journey challenge starting shortly. Declan will be hosting and Albie will be streaming it. Looks like Drew is potentially going to be facing off against Ty on this journey challenge. So go ahead and tune in. I'm going to guess in about 5 minutes for that. And then after that is over, we will be back for Tribal Council, maybe in 20 minutes, is my best guess. So, and just a note, apologies if you guys were putting in comments, my Facebook disconnected from the stream. So, was not ignoring you, I promise. I just wasn't able to see what you were saying. So, again, that is maybe 5 minutes for the journey challenge, and then sorry, and then maybe 20 minutes for the veteran tribal council. So keep it locked here. We will see you so soon.